Okay, well, we're looking at the main screen of the RDF43, and we have picked the best sampling moment by adjusting the gated sampling. And we're gonna see what happens when we pick a less than optimal point or go back to the full cycle sampling like is done in the RDF41 and 42. So right now we got full input, we got elevation at about 0, nice horizontal lines on the symmetry indicator indicating perfectly good level of audio. So we're going to switch to gated sampling, and as you can see we're at number 10, which gives an output of 120. That's just an indicator of the best moment of sampling. So when I pick another moment, you'll see that the amount of Doppler tone lowers. So we're looking for the best, for the highest number, which is 10 or 11. 11 it is. Okay, so that was the full scale Doppler tone, and now we're going back to the old days in which we were sampling the full antenna cycle, and let's see what happens. Immediately you can see that the symmetry indicator suggests that we have less Doppler tone, and you can see that the elevation indicator was going upwards, indicating that again we have much less Doppler tone. And that's with the same amount of audio out of the receiver. So we can do with less audio, with less input of noise modulation, and still have the same Doppler tone output. So that's the advantage of gated sampling. Let's switch back to the highest number. That was 11, which is typical for this type of receiver at this given rotation frequency. And now we got the full audio again. So with the same level of real audio, we got a much higher Doppler tone and much clearer material for the RDF to calculate with. Okay, let's take a look at the actual receiver audio. In yellow you see the receiver audio with the phase pulses in it, and there's quite a bit of noise on the signal, but you can distinguish some peaks which contain most of the phase information. So between the solid vertical lines is one full cycle in which 4 antennas are being sampled. So now we're sampling the complete time. So you can divide this area between the vertical lines in 4 portions, and each portion is sampled over the full time of the portion. But now we're gonna switch to gated sampling, and in red you can see the moment in which the sampling is done. That's in the down part of the red signal. So there's a lot of time up in which no sampling is done, and only where the red signal goes down a sample is being taken. And we can shift that moment, the sampling moment. I'm going to do that just to adapt to the highest peaks of the audio signal. So now we're cherry picking the best part of the audio, which contain most of the phase information, and we ignore the periods in between, which gives us a head start over the conventional method. We can go beyond that. So this is max. This is the last 1/8 of an antenna cycle. And this is the first 1/8 of an antenna cycle. And obviously the best moment is about here. So obviously this is the best choice, having the most of the phase information in the sample and ignoring the rest.